Good morning. Today's readings are very familiar to us. We heard these same readings proclaimed on Palm Sunday. In Isaiah, we find the suffering servant. The Gospel is the account of Judas Iscariot bargaining with the chief priests to sell Jesus out, and Jesus is calling him out at the Passover meal. We know the implications: the betrayal, the distress, what appears to be the beginning of the end for Jesus. In praying these passages, I was struck by the importance of individuals. In Isaiah, we find one man speaking, the servant of the Lord. In the Gospel, three phrases stood out for me. One of the 12, go into the city to a certain man, and one of you will betray me. Servant, one of the 12, a certain man, one of you. All individuals whose actions had tremendous impact on others, in some way even affecting human history, and in each one's own way contributing to the Jesus story. Whether for good or for bad, each person's actions made a difference. Let me ask you a question. Answer honestly. Do you really believe that you can make a difference in the world? You might think the difference that you can make is insignificant, but reality is, just as the individuals in the scripture accounts had great impact, you too can make a great difference in the world. As Christians, our conviction that we can make a difference is grounded in our belief in someone bigger than ourselves. Because of our belief in God, we act differently. We live differently. Because of our discipleship, we strive to make a difference in the world because each one has a part to play in Jesus' mission. Not only can you make a difference, you've probably already had a far greater impact on others than you realize. The disciples had come a long way to bring them to this point in their relationship with Jesus. Now that relationship, their discipleship to Jesus, would be challenged by the events taking place in their world. How is your discipleship to Jesus being challenged by the events taking place in your world? Even as you are being asked to socially distance yourself from others, how do you stay grounded in your discipleship to carry on Jesus' mission, to be his presence and love in the world? How can you make a difference even at a distance? I'm not sure any of us would have imagined a few weeks ago that we would be where we are this Holy Week, not able to gather as a community, not able to attend Mass, not able to participate in the sacramental life of the Church. A few weeks ago, I was one of those who contended that social media was really ruining the society and an impediment to socializing. And now we must resort to it as the means through which we stay connected, to companion with one another at some level in our relationships. With all that has changed and all that we are experiencing, how do we stay connected with Jesus? How at this point in your relationship with Jesus are you being invited to be his companion? In what way is Holy Week an invitation to you to walk with Jesus as his close and intimate disciple, accompanying him in his suffering, even as you suffer the impact of the coronavirus in your life? What makes you feel grounded and connected to God? God has gifted us with limitless creativity and imagination. Even in this time of separation and possible isolation, may God inspire us with ways to maintain meaningful connections to one another and grant each of us the grace to make a difference. May God bless you with an extraordinary Holy Week in this extraordinary time. Thank you.